alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees combined with.
As we try to emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic, there's a new battle brewing over vaccine passports. That's the digital proof that you've received the COVID-19 vaccine. And it's raising a lot of privacy concerns and whether the inoculated should get special privileges over those who haven't gotten a vaccine. NBC's Chris Pallone reports.
After a year lost to the pandemic, travel expert Brian Kelly says there's one group in particular especially eager to hit the road once again.
A lot of people who I've talked to have been vaccinated are saying, I'm ready to get out there.
Now, governments around the world are weighing the idea of welcoming tourists if they've gotten that potentially life-saving shot.
But there are a number already, like the Seychelles, Iceland, Lebanon, who are saying, we're going to open up our doors if you have the vaccine.
But how do you prove you've been inoculated? One possibility is the vaccine passport, an app or digital file verified by your healthcare provider that certifies you got the vaccine.
While potentially useful, there are a lot of issues that we've got to work through from a policy perspective and also, frankly, from a technical implementation perspective.
While some people might balk at essentially being forced to get a COVID vaccine to do things like travel or attend sporting events, data privacy expert John Ackerley says there are also questions of who controls your health data and what they can do with it.
That people really want to have trust that their information stays in their control.
We realized that we had a part, hopefully, to play in getting the world back to work.
Ping Identity has launched a platform which lets consumers decide when they want to share their COVID test results and vaccine status and who gets to see it.
We think people should have a voice, their own voice, to be able to determine, when and where they want to share this information.
Vaccine passports, the key to getting back to normal, or a new source of data for big tech companies to exploit.
11Alive News at noon starts now.
Standing in solidarity, the growing push to end anti-Asian attacks following the deadly spa shooting spree. What state lawmakers are doing to show their support and the best way for you to be an ally.
For us to just lose everything, my kids didn't even have shoes on their feet.
A massive fire forcing several people out of their homes in the middle of the night with only the clothes on their back. How you can help. Plus, the threat for severe storms is over, but a wind advisory just went into effect for most of Georgia. Meteorologist Chesley McNeil breaks down what you can expect for the rest of the day. But first, state lawmakers calling for the end of the violence against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. This morning's press conference at the state capitol coming about 36 hours after 8 people were killed in a shooting spree targeting 3 metro Atlanta spas. Among those killed, 6 Asian women. Lawmakers say the violence against the Asian community is not new, but they say there are ways to solve the problem.
I want to implore our community and our fellow legislators to not let this moment go by. This act was shocking and senseless, and unfortunately not that surprising, given the rise of violence and discrimination against AAPI Americans that's been escalating over the past year. But we can use this moment to motivate us and move us towards real systemic change.
The man accused of pulling the trigger in these shootings will not have a court appearance today after all. The Cherokee County DA's office says his defense attorney asked to waive the first court appearance. Investigators say the 21-year-old from Woodstock confessed to the killing, saying it was racially motivated, but that he saw these businesses as a temptation he wanted to eliminate when it came to his sexual addictions. The shootings took place at 3 separate spas in Cherokee County and Midtown Atlanta. They remain under investigation, with APD saying they have not ruled anything out in response to questions about whether the suspect here should be charged with a hate crime. And just into the newsroom, President Joe Biden issuing a proclamation for flags to be lowered to half-staff in honor of the spa shooting victims. He's ordered this for the White House, public buildings, all military posts, naval stations, and naval vessels throughout the country until sunset on Monday. Flags will also be lowered at all U.S. embassies and military facilities abroad for the same length of time. Several marches and rallies have been planned today through the weekend to show support for the AAPI community. For more details and the latest developments on this investigation, head to our website, 11alive.com. All right, Chesley, the sun is out, but the wind gusts, a big issue today.
Yeah, take a look at the flags flying over toward Georgia's Rome. They're just in the wind there a little bit. Yeah, the sun has broke out, as you can see. We still have some clouds in place, but for the rest of the afternoon, places like Rome, our westernmost counties, really just drying out. Now, more clouds will move back in, but I don't think you have to worry about any of the rain anymore. Most of that rain, just the heaviest rain, is over toward the east of us now, watching a line as it moves toward Athens. Now, does this have a chance to turn severe? Absolutely it does, because they've already had a little bit of daytime heating. As that pushes further over to the east, we could see these storms begin to intensify a bit. No lightning just south of Toccoa. Further down toward Bartow County, no lightning there. No lightning in near Monroe over here in Walton County. Over toward Noonan County as well. No lightning, just a few isolated heavy showers coming down. In the metro area, we have the clouds in place, but those clouds are breaking up. Now, again, we will see the winds pretty much through the rest of the day, anywhere between 20-25 miles per hour. And you also see back off to the west here those clouds starting to fill in. That's going to be our trend for the rest of the afternoon. Here's that wind advisory I was telling you about. Looking at winds, this wind advisory lasting until 8 p.m. Those winds up to about 35 miles per hour for the gusts, and so they will catch you every now and again. Our forecast track model shows, again, there's clouds pulling in, so we'll have a mix of sun and clouds once we get toward the afternoon, and cloudy skies through the rest of the evening. Temperatures today will be in the 60s to near 70 degrees.
All right, tomorrow, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will be stopping in Atlanta. The visit is a part of their Help Is Here tour to celebrate the passage of Biden's near $2 trillion COVID relief plan. As soon as we learn more details about the visit, we've still been waiting here. We'll bring it to you both on air and on 11alive.com. Several state-run mass vaccination sites delaying their openings today because of the threat for severe weather. Most are open now. This morning, Governor Brian Kemp visiting a mass vaccination site in Chatham County. It's one of 5 new state-run sites that opened this week. That brings the total number to 9. The governor's office says the added sites will nearly double the number of first-dose vaccine shots available each week. All right, are we heading to the presser in DeKalb County now?
Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the Peachtrees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11Alive storm trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For storm trackers, only on 11Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us, talk to us,
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Welcome back, and thank you for being patient through our technical difficulties here. Metro Atlanta and the nation still with heavy hearts today over the deadly spa shootings that killed 8 people, 6 of them Asian women. We talked with Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms about her message for the Asian American community.
We stand with you in the same way that African Americans across the country call for others to stand with us, and as we were experiencing so much pain and trauma over the past several months. I think that it's appropriate that we also show that same compassion and empathy to our Asian brothers and sisters. We're seeing it on social media. We're seeing it on the news where Asians are being targeted unfairly, violently, and any type of hatred towards anyone in our community is hatred towards us all.
We are continuing to follow breaking news in the frantic search for a missing 1-year-old girl. Let's head on over to DeKalb County Police Headquarters. Police offering another update right now.
Richardson, who has been identified as the person who has stolen the vehicle and has taken Royalton Grisby. Malachi is 14 years of age, and we have obtained arrest warrants for his arrest. However, every moment that he is out and about, not being able to help us in locating Royalton Grisby is a challenge for us. While we have all of our resources in play and our investigative tools have led us to this discovery, we are asking to bring Malachi Smith to justice. So if you know his whereabouts, if you can call the Homicide Assault Unit, and I'll give you the number at the end, I apologize, or Crime Stoppers, we really appreciate your help. We need your help. We plead with you. Elizabeth and the Grisby family pleads with you. We need to bring Royalton Grisby home as soon as possible.
Have you talked with the suspect's parents? Are they cooperating?
We are in the process of interviewing his mother, yes.
How is it Malachi Smith and Malachi Richardson?
I apologize, it's Malachi Richardson.
And description of 2 suspects, is that still the belief?
We're just now at this moment looking for Malachi Richardson, 14 years of age, black male.
Is he related to the child of the mom in any way?
As of this moment, the answer to that is no.
Do you believe there was a second suspect on the scene?
Investigation has led us to believe that we are just simply looking for Malachi Richardson. We are still doing our investigation, but that is who we're looking for at this time.
Does he live in that area? I mean, with him just jumping out at 2 a.m. in the morning.
He did live nearby to the delivery address, yes.
Was this any kind of setup where an order was called in and they basically set her off?
The information that we have received is that a call was made to DoorDash. They did place a food order. As she exited her vehicle to deliver the food order, Malachi entered the vehicle and took off.
Do you think he made the food order, the suspect?
That is still under investigation.
The people who live in that house, are they cooperating with you? Did they order food, in fact?
The order, our investigation is leading us to believe that it was indeed a setup. The order appears to be fake.
What kind of car is it?
The car has been located. The car has already been located, and unfortunately Royalton was not in the vehicle, which is what brings us here today at this moment, just to really plead with the community in their assistance to bring Royalty Grisby home, 1-year-old black infant female. And we really need her back. Her family needs her back. And so that's why we're pleading with you and the community here today and asking for your help in bringing Malachi Richardson to justice so that he can assist us in locating Royalton if we have not done so by the time we get him into custody.
Are you concerned that this suspect is only 14, a child himself, may have panicked and that the safety of this 1-year-old is really in peril right now?
We don't want to draw any conclusions, but any moment where an infant is not with their parent, they're in peril. So we want to bring her back to where she belongs, back to the arms of her mother.
Let me ask you this. You said you believe this crime is a setup. Do you think the suspect, Malachi Richardson, knew her and knew that she was going to be making food delivery?
We can't speculate at this time.
Do you think that it was a deliberate attempt to steal the infant or the vehicle or both?
We can't speculate at this time. It's very difficult to know because you never really know who's going to come to your home when you request an order. So we're not here to speculate at this time. We're simply here once again to ask for the community's help in bringing Malachi Richardson into our custody so that he can assist us in identifying where Royalton Grisby is at this time.
Have you all encountered Malachi Richardson before?
We're not at liberty to say at this time.
How were you able to identify him so quickly?
Through our investigative means, investigative tools. We've done some research that has led us to identify him as the person that was in that area and also in the area when the vehicle was located.
Was the license plate switched out on the Armada?
It was, sir. Yes.
The thieves switched out the license plate?
They did, sir.
Were those license plates that were switched onto the vehicle, were those from another stolen vehicle? Do you know the source of them?
When the research led us to the fact that that vehicle was not assigned to any vehicle, so there was no information gained from that license tag.
And a 1-year-old being out there in an unknown location is alarming by itself, but is this 1-year-old, do we know, healthy, have any medical needs, or would escalate this to be a greater need to get them?
Well, I don't know if there should be any greater need than a 1-year-old who we don't know is being fed. The weather is bad. A 1-year-old not being with their parents, the people that they know, that is crucial.
But I mean, like, any medication needs or anything would escalate it beyond IV?
From what we know, no. But we still want to find her.
Do you think that this Malachi Richardson, after they abandoned the vehicle, did they get into another vehicle? Did they leave on foot? Any idea of that?
That is all under investigation, sir. This is very preliminary. This only happened 10 hours ago, and why it's only 10 hours ago, for us that is critical. Every moment that Royalton is not with her mother is critical to us. So while the investigation has made a lot of progress, we don't have all of the answers, but we do know that we need Malachi Richardson and we need Royalton Grisby back at home with her mother.
Did the suspects arbitrarily pick that neighborhood to dump the car, or was it something?
That would simply be speculation. We won't know more until we speak to Malachi Richardson, sir.
What street did you find that vehicle on?
The street of the recovery, do we know? You know, I don't want to guess right now, but we'll make sure you have that information. With the information from Malachi Richardson, we'll make sure that you have that information as soon as we're done.
Do you have a picture of the suspect?
We do, and we will be sending it out shortly.
This type of crime, food delivery setup, if that's what it is that a crime that's been happening often in your area, or is this sort of a random event?
You know, it hasn't been a trend, but people should use caution because we do have strangers coming into our homes. We give them our security codes to enter into our gates. So I would like to use this as a caution to the public when you are ordering. But realistically, like I said, right now my focus is bringing Royalton Grisby home to her family. So if the community can really look and see if they have any information, if they know Malachi, if they know where we can find him, every moment, I can't emphasize it enough. You know, because it really touches me in the heart as a mother, just as a parent, just as a human being, that a child is out there and we don't know. And we all know that the weather's been very bad today. It's 1 year old. We don't want anybody out in this weather, much less a 1-year-old, and we just don't know where she is. So we're just pleading again, once again, for the community's help, and I don't have any further at this time.
Is there any Crime Stopper reward yet on it, on this case? Has there an award been offered for information?
I'm sorry.
Has an award been announced for information that leads to arrest?
Not at this time, but we will definitely be working something up, and Crime Stoppers always provides a reward, so they can always call Crime Stoppers if that's what we need to do, but we will also be looking into that as well, sir.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You've just been listening into a press conference hosted by DeKalb County Police on this frantic search for a missing 1-year-old girl. Her name is Royalty Grisby, and she's been missing for about 10 hours now. Around 2 a.m. in Stone Mountain, her mother, a delivery driver for DoorDash, had been what she thought making a delivery at the time. She left her little girl in the back seat sleeping. Royalty had been sleeping, and that's when 2 men got into the car and took off with her vehicle. DeKalb County Police now telling us that one of the guys that got into the vehicle has been identified as Malachi Richardson, 14 years old. They have placed him at the scene of where the car was stolen and also where the car had been recovered a few hours later, also in DeKalb County. They do want anyone to come forward with any information if you know anything, if you know where Royalty Grisby is, 1 year old, also Malachi Richardson. Police being very careful with their wording here on calling Malachi a suspect, what his connection is here, but they know he was seen with the vehicle, in the vehicle, also saying that that delivery order appeared to be fake and appeared to be a setup. We'll be back with more news.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11Alive storm trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. The storm trackers, only on 11Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
And the fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are
12:20 the current time. Take a live look outside. This is up in the Blue Ridge Mountains where we have the sunshine coming down. It's like it's clearing out pretty good here too. Where we had the rain, we had some thunderstorms. Of course, now starting to clear out a little bit and temperatures starting to heat up thanks to a warm front pushing through this area. So we got the sunshine back. Don't get used to it, because clouds will move back in. We're also looking at the potential for more thunderstorms just to our east. Now, this line of thunderstorms, or at least strong rain, intense rain, has not made it over toward Athens just yet. This is Clark County here, but we're watching it as it continues to push over. Look at that. Magenta in there. Very heavy rain, continuing to push further off toward the east. It's kind of a slow mover here. We've been tracking this pretty much all morning long. It did die out, now starting to intensify. You got daytime heating, or at least a decent amount of sunshine in places like Hartwell, over toward Danielsville. And so as the precipitation begins to interact with that warmer air, yeah, we could see some of those more or less lightning strikes pop up as well, and maybe some gusty winds associated with a few of these storms. You got it over toward Monroe right now. Some very heavy rain coming down briefly, but that will continue to slide over toward the east-northeast as well. There's Athens in Clark County, and so that could be headed in your direction, so you may get on some of that. Down toward Covington, a little bit further to south, it really starts to die out. You got to go well south of us, south and east, to find some of those more intense thunderstorms. You see the thunderstorms there, the lightning strikes. This is an area where we are looking at an enhanced risk for severe weather. So there could be some tornadoes that pop up here. In fact, there's a tornado watch in the extreme southeastern portions of our state. In the southern portions, not up here toward the metro area, but we'll be clearing out. That'll be our trend. We will get the winds though this afternoon. Those winds up to 20, 25 miles per hour. That's sustained winds. Gusts could be as high as 35 miles per hour at times through this afternoon. It's still a bit breezy as we head through the overnight going into tomorrow. Tracking the area of low pressure. Attached to it is this front. That's continuing to slide up toward the north and east. You can see the clouds back off to the west. That's going to be our trend for the rest of the afternoon. So we'll have the dry sky now, but those clouds will start to push back in. In fact, even going into tomorrow, we'll be looking at a mix of sun and clouds. That severe weather threat, again, pushing off to the east. You see the general threat for thunderstorms over the Atlanta metro area. We'll probably start to trim that back as well, as that main line is now starting to push a little bit further away from our area. Here's the forecast track model, and you notice how the clouds are moving right back in. By 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to wind up with mostly cloudy skies. Going to hold on to it through the overnight going into your Friday. Friday starts off with mostly cloudy skies. Some of our eastern counties may be a little bit drier, but that won't last long either. By Friday afternoon, more of those clouds will move in. And notice how the models are now trying to ring out a shower or two. I'm going to give it a 20% chance or less that we'll see that, but certainly some cooler air moving into our forecast area, especially for Saturday. We're going to gradually dry that out and get some sunshine back in here for Saturday, which, by the way, is the first day of spring, but it won't feel like it. Not at all. Here's the 7-day to recap your forecast. You're looking at 68 degrees for the high temperature today. Tomorrow with that mix of sun and clouds, 61. First day of spring is Saturday. We'll be at 57 for a high temperature, so it'll feel a little bit more like fall. With the sunshine on Sunday, we'll get back to the 60s, and we'll gradually warm it up as we head into the work week next week, with only a 20% chance, very low chance for Tuesday and Wednesday, and those temperatures getting back up close to 70. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
At 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
And the fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
with all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush.
We want to get back to our breaking news out of DeKalb County. Just within the last few minutes, police identifying a 14-year-old as a suspect in an Amber Alert. A 1-year-old girl missing for 10 hours now after a car was stolen with her inside. Joe Hankey live at police headquarters with the new information on this suspect. Joe.
Well, Sheba, we just heard from the DeKalb County Police Chief, and she said the department's #1 priority right now is finding this 1-year-old girl and reuniting her with her mother. That 14-year-old boy that you mentioned a moment ago, Malachi Richardson, we are told is his name, and we have a photo here we'll bring up. The police department saying he is the suspect in this case. They have taken out arrest warrants for his arrest, and they're calling this a kidnapping at this time. They also say that they believe this was a setup, a planned event. Now, they don't believe that the 14-year-old knew the child was in the vehicle perhaps, but that the 14-year-old, Malachi Richardson, the police department says, made a food delivery order using the DoorDash app, and then the daughter's mother made that delivery. The 1-year-old was asleep in the back seat around 2 a.m. this morning when Richardson is accused of hopping in the mom's vehicle and then taking off. The 1-year-old Royalty, no updates yet on where she might be. They're searching for this 14-year-old. We did learn moments ago after that press conference that the girl's car seat was not found in the mother's vehicle, which has been recovered. Police did find the mother's vehicle, but the car seat was no longer there, which police are trying to figure out what exactly that means and the whereabouts of Malachi Richardson. This happened around 2 a.m. this morning on Harvestdale Court here in DeKalb County. Also important to note, at first police said there was 2 suspects. Now they're only saying Malachi Richardson. No more word about there possibly being a second suspect, so there might only be one. Here's the police chief talking with us minutes ago.
really touches me in the heart as a mother, just as a parent, just as a human being, that a child is out there and we don't know. And we all know that the weather's been very bad today. It's 1 year old. We don't want anybody out in this weather, much less a 1 year old, and we just don't know where she is.
And so that's what we know so far. A lot of unknowns still out there. Police asking anyone with information to call the DeKalb County Police Department. And their number one priority, as I said right now, is finding this 1 year old and reuniting her with her mother. We'll send it back to you, Sheba.
All right, Joe. And again, her name is Royalty Grisby, 1 year old. The suspect they're looking for, 14 years old, Malachi Richardson. We have both of those pictures for you on 11alive.com. Please call Crime Stoppers if you see the pair, if you see them by themselves. Thank you so much for watching 11 Alive News at noon. Stay safe.
Has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the first of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
with all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new